I get to crash out a little bit sometimes. Okay, I get to crash out a little bit sometimes. Okay, I'ma cry, I'ma crash out, I'ma do what I gotta do, but then I'ma come back to reality, get my shit together, and we gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a demo. You don't really know you are. Oh my gosh, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie. Oh, that sounds so bad. Okay, hold on. Okay, take two. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jamie. It's been a minute, okay? I know, it's been a minute. A life update. Where the hell have I been? What's going on? Girl, you're not being consistent. You drop in every few months. You're consistent and you drop from the planet Earth. Like, I know. Today, we're getting into the nitty-gritty of my life. The past year, I would say the end of 2024 throughout 2025, my life, and even right now, my life has been crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try to like not tell like every single detail of my life because I feel like that's a lot for social media, but I do understand that I was kind of building a community and then I just like stopped posting. And I feel like when you post about your life, you have a little community, like you want to share certain things, you know, and that's what I want to do. And I'm a realistic girly. This is just my real life. And I feel like if I can help, you know, another girl like me out there, then so be it. So this is just the real deal, realistic black girl, 22-year-old life, okay? Let's get into it. So the year 2024, I found out I was pregnant, and y'all, that was a shock in itself, okay? Not a shock like girl, you wasn't doing nothing to prevent it. So like, what are we really talking about? Like, yes, it was a shock, but you also wasn't preventing it. So was it that big of a shock? Anyways, it was a shock turned blessing, okay? I love my baby. I'm happy to be her mom. I love her so much. She's the most perfect girl in the world. And that is just my girl. I love her so much. I love motherhood. I love being a mom, and we'll get into that. So we're just gonna go through like the timeline. 2024, I found out I was pregnant. And pregnancy, I had some health issues going on. I ended up getting gestational diabetes, so that made me gain a ton of weight. I just had a lot of high risk doctor's appointments to go through every single week, a few times a week. My baby was growing at a rate that was way too fast, so it was just a lot, okay? The health concerns were a lot. And then me and her dad, us being so young, we're like 2021 at the time, just like we were just going through it with each other because we're like, we're about to be parents, like what the fuck? Like, we didn't really know how to handle certain things, so it was just a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? Trying to step up into those parent roles, and then me going through pregnancy, and it's just like, it was just a lot. And I wasn't able to be as active on here because when I'm going through something, I have to isolate. I can't show my life and be doing all that. Like, I just can't. Fast forward to when I had my baby, it was a great experience. I had a C-section. I didn't really want to have a C-section, but that girl was measuring at 9-10 pounds. So they were like, yeah, you need to have a C-section. And also she was not head down, so I had to have a C-section. Everything with the C-section was great. Like, it was a great experience. It was a beautiful experience. Like, just, I don't know, like when they brought her to me and they put her face against my cheek, her cheek just felt so warm, and it was like the best moment of my life. Like, I'm surprised her dad didn't cry sitting right there watching this happen. I'm surprised I didn't cry. Like, I'm surprised we both weren't in there like boo-hooing. But it was such a beautiful experience. Fast forward a couple hours, they're saying something is wrong with her. They need to figure it out, but the hospital that I had her at didn't have the tools to take care of her, basically. And that worried me a lot, but I was just trying to be strong, whatever. They ended up having to send her to Children's Hospital, and from there we were in that damn hospital for 5 weeks, and it was a long 5 weeks, and it was really hard for me to be with, like, the first 2 days she was there, I couldn't be there because I had just had a C-section. So it was just her and her dad at the hospital, and that literally broke my heart. Like, it is not natural to be away from your baby the day you have her. Like, 2 hours after I had her, she was gone. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot emotionally for me. Like, I was a train wreck. I was trying to hold this together, but I literally just couldn't. And I told them nurses, I say, y'all are taking so, like, great care of me. Like, they were taking such great care of me. Like, I love my nurses so bad. I love them so bad. My team was A1. I love them. But I was saying, like, y'all gotta get me out of here. Like, I gotta go get my baby. Like, I don't care about no C-section. I don't care that I can't walk. I don't care that I'm in pain. I need to go see my baby. I need to go be with my baby. So 2 days after having a C-section, I was on that road going to that hospital to be with my baby. And from there, we were there for about 5 weeks. And it was a long 5 weeks. I'm trying to heal because I just had a major surgery. We're trying to nurse my baby back to health. And I'm not going to get into, like, everything that was wrong back then, because honestly, I can't. Like, I just don't. I'm not. But luckily we were able to luckily we were able to go home after the 5 weeks. And from there, like, life was pretty good. It was still a little bit rough because you're starting out to be a mom, newborn trenches, all those things, whatever, girl. And I just couldn't bring myself to really vlog. And if you look on my page, I was vlogging a little bit. I was posting a little bit here and there, but it wasn't consistently. And because my life kept changing so drastically every couple of months, like, I just felt like there's no way I can come back to YouTube where it's long form content, where it's me talking to the camera, showing my life in a long form content. Like, it was just hard for me to, like, face the reality that, like, dang, my life is totally different from the last video that I posted. And there was just a sense of, like, shame and embarrassment and, like, just a lot of hurt going on in my life at the time. And I was also going through, like, postpartum depression, and it was just a lot of things to figure out. I didn't really like seeing myself on camera. I had gained a whole bunch of weight. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't recognize myself. So it was just hard for me to record. Like, there's so many vlogs that I recorded and I just deleted because I didn't like the way I looked. And that was just really hard for me. So also just going through life, you know, my mental health, relationship troubles, like, it was just a lot. And one thing about me, my misery does not like company. My misery does not love company. And when I'm miserable, when I'm depressed, when I'm sad, when I'm going through stuff, like, you can ask my friends, I isolate. You will not hear from me. I will not tell you about it until I'm through it. And I don't know, I just really couldn't. So the whole year of, like, 2025 for me just felt like once I started to heal, shit just got worse and I had to start all over. I just felt like every time, like, life seemed a little bit better, it felt like I was getting better mentally. It felt like, you know, my situation was getting better, like, everything was getting better. Something would happen and then it would set me back. You know, I felt like I had to keep healing and healing over again. And I don't know, like, last year was just really weird. It was just a really weird time, and just stuff kept happening. Life kept lifing for me, okay? I had a lot of nights where I was just crying myself to sleep. I had a lot of nights where I was just up and couldn't sleep and just overthinking, thinking about everything, and just, like, dreading my life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, when you're in that type of headspace, it's just hard for you to put on a act for social media. And I guess, like, not an act, but I knew if I were to come back to YouTube, it would be an act. For me, it's easier to make short form content when I'm sad, because the videos are max a minute long. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, life, you know, I don't know. But the thing is though, like, I'm very proud of myself to be 22 years old, to go through some of the things I've went through. And I'm not going to sit here and say everything I went through, because no, y'all just gonna have to see all that when they make a movie about my life. Okay, girl. As far as like my postpartum depression, I had my baby in November of 2024. I feel like I was coming out of my postpartum depression. Like, I literally started to feel it, like feel it lift off of me around June, July of 2025. And I am so blessed that my postpartum depression did not just like, to me it felt like a long time, but like looking at it, like it was only a few months, but those months were really hard. And once it started to lift off of me, I just felt like, dang, like I've been missing out on life. Like, I've been wasting a lot of time being sad, being this, being that, when it was just this beautiful world out here. And the world is my freaking oyster. Like, I just, so some things I started to do to help my postpartum depression, I moved back home. Okay, that's one thing. When I had my baby, I moved out. Basically, I moved out. Okay, when certain stuff happened relationship wise, I moved back home to my beautiful room. I love my room so bad. I moved back home, and where I live, it's a lot of places to walk. It's a lot of places to be outside. And I just was like, you know what, let me just start going on walks. You know, me and my baby, we just go on walks, like, whatever. I started going on walks, girl. Those walks literally turned into an everyday thing. They turned into therapy sessions. They just turned into something that I could not live without. I would go on walks every day, hour-long walks, listen to my podcast, listen to music. Sometimes I'm just not listening to anything. I'm just praying. I'm just showing gratitude to the life I live, to this earth, to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Those walks, they obviously helped me physically. I was starting to get back in shape. I was feeling myself a little bit. I was losing weight. In total, I believe I've lost like 30-ish pounds since I've started to lose weight. But those walks really helped me a lot. Like, I was outside every single day, sometimes with my baby, sometimes without, just depends. But I was out there every single day going for walks. And I feel like that's just something that helped me so much. And I'm so blessed to be able to live in a space where I can do that. But that's something that helped me a lot, moving back home, going for walks, and like just taking care of myself. I was working out almost every day. I would put my baby down for a nap. I would work out in the basement. Then we'll go out for a walk. Like, I was locked in, y'all. And I think a lot of it was just me trying to keep myself busy so I wouldn't think about the things that were, you know, kind of weighing me down. But at the end, I kind of just got addicted to taking care of myself, addicted to, you know, romanticizing every day. And that's also something that helped me. I romanticize the shit out of my life. Whether it's making my bed in the morning, whether that's doing skincare, whether that's making cute little breakfast for me and my baby, throwing on a cute outfit, my coffee, like literally any and everything. That helped me like fight the postpartum depression. Also like praying and stuff like that. But romanticizing my life and showing gratitude to the little things, girl. Because when you're depressed, when you're sad, when life just feels like blah, like it gets so easy to like hate everything and to like not look forward to anything. You know what I'm saying? I also started working again back in like May, I think, after I had my baby. So I took like a few months off of working. That helped me a lot because I got back in contact with a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends are people who I work with. And that was just a blessing in disguise because I did not want to go back to my job. I wanted to get a new job. I wanted to start my own business. I want to do all these things. But I feel like God put me back there for a reason at the time that he did. Like it was just meant to happen, because now I realize that friendships and girlhood, womanhood, sisterhood is so freaking important, especially when you're going through things like becoming a mom, going through relationship stuff, dealing with mental health, and just dealing with life in general. My friends had helped me through things that I would just usually deal with on my own, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just so blessed to have them. I'm so blessed to have those friendships and those like people who just love me and want the best for me and like literally would do anything for me. Like, I love them so much. One of the main purposes of me going back to that job is because of the people. Like, the people there, like, I don't know what it is about my job, but like, I'm so blessed to like have true friends to work with. Like, I don't know, like, I love them so bad. And in the year 2025, like, I just realized like sisterhood is so important. Girls, having girls in your corner, girls that you love, girls that you trust, girls that love you is so important. I'm just so blessed to have them and call them my friends, actually. And yeah, I'm sorry if this video seems like I'm just rambling, but y'all, I'm just speaking from the heart. Ain't no script, ain't no nothing, okay? It's nothing. But I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I need to update y'all because life is not always perfect. Life is not always peaches and cream. And I know we like to come on social media and we like to show the highlight reels. We like to show when everything is going good. And it's just like, I wish I was taking y'all through some of the stuff that I was going through. I wish that I was documenting certain parts of my life, because if y'all could see where I started and now where I'm at now, like, y'all be like, what the fuck? Like, I am a strong ass woman. I would tell you that, okay? I ain't never skipped a beat. I went through something very traumatic at the end of October. Very traumatic, very heartbreak, very betrayal-ish, okay? And I didn't skip a beat. I stayed in the gym. I stayed going on my walks. I stayed going to work. I stayed posting my content. The day that shit happened, I was posting content, okay? I never skipped a beat. I think at first maybe it was just me being in shock. Maybe it was me, just the adrenaline of everything happened. Maybe it was just like, I don't know. But even now, like, I haven't skipped a beat. I may cry. I may crash out a little bit because... okay, I know I'm mature and everything, but your girl is still 22, so I get to crash out a little bit sometimes. Okay, I get to crash out a little bit sometimes. Okay, I'ma cry, I'ma crash out, I'ma do what I gotta do, but then I'ma come back to reality, get my shit together, and we gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But let's just remember that I'm only 22. And I like to crash out sometimes. Like, I feel like it's good for the soul. Like, I don't know. That's what I think. But no way my light just died. And I literally charged that thing. Okay, y'all. My light died, but we're gonna keep it pushing. Okay. And one thing about me, I'm gonna keep going because nothing or nobody can stop my life. The world keeps spinning, okay? I'm too fucking young to be sitting around sad over a friendship, a relationship, this, that. Like, I'm too young. I have a baby and I want to set her up for a good life. I can't do that if I'm in that bed crying and bed rotting and not doing nothing. Yes, I have those days where I do that, but I had to remember, this is your life. This is your life. You have goals. You have bigger fish to fry. You have goals. You have things to do, businesses to create, experience to experience, like content to make, food to eat. Like, girl, oh my God. Like, I just had to remember who I was, what I wanted out of life, what I knew I could achieve. Like, girl, I can't stay down for long, okay? And like, I know what type of life I want to live. I know the goals that I have and I have to achieve them, okay? I got to keep going. And that's the main reason why I picked up this camera today, because what day is it? It is January 28th, 2026. And I say, you know what? It's time to come back to YouTube. It's time to stop being scared of the camera. Before I turned this camera on, I was literally like breathing like, because it just made me so nervous. But like, I'm just here to say that life be lifing for me sometimes, and I don't want to come back on this app acting like everything's okay all the time, because I'm literally not okay all the time. I'm literally not. To everybody else, I feel like it might look like I have my shit together all the time. Like, I'm always at the gym, I'm always at work, I'm always making content, I'm always put together, I'm always this, always that. But girl, I'm literally not always that. I try to be. I try to show up for myself because I know I have to, but at the same time, like, I'm just a girl at the end of the day. I got feelings, like, but we gonna get it together, okay? And I really just wanted to come on here and just show face and show who I am and tell y'all that your girl is back on YouTube, okay? I'm not letting a little depression, I'm not letting a little relationship drama, I'm not letting the struggles of motherhood and all of the above keep me down, because we got a life to live, okay? And I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to rebrand my page. I feel like that's been a vibe for 2026. Everybody wants to rebrand. I'm sorry, honey, I might have to jump on that trend, okay? Because I feel like it's time. Like, new content styles, new type of videos, just new everything. And I want to come on here as my most authentic self. And I finally feel that I can do that. I finally feel that, like, I'm able to show a part of myself and show, you know, certain aspects of my life that, like, I wouldn't do before, and just talk about certain things that I wouldn't talk about before. And I don't know, like, I just feel really good now. I feel like I've done a lot of work on myself this past year, and I just want to show that with y'all. Again, I lost 30 something pounds, so weight loss content is coming, y'all. I'm a licensed esthetician and I just started my own business. It's called Browology Studios and it's so super cute. So yes, I am a brow artist located in the DMV, okay? I'm probably going to link it somewhere, I don't know, but yes, I just started that business, so that's something that's been taking up a lot of my time. It's been so exciting, but it was one of my goals for 2026 to start my business and, like, not be a little scaredy cat, okay? I'm also very, very, very active on my other social media platforms, especially TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So I just wanted to let the girlies know that you can't keep a bad bitch down, okay? You cannot keep a bad bitch down. And I'm so excited to come back on YouTube because, like, I definitely feel like I was building some community. And yeah, I just, like, love y'all so much. I really want to know what type of content y'all want to see from me. Is it vlogs? Is it, you know, talking about certain things, motherhood, fitness content, whatever it is, beauty, whatever. Oh, speaking of beauty, I just want my light to work so I can show y'all, like, this hair. This is a curly sew-in, y'all. A curly sew-in. This is, I got it pinned up so it could look like two little pigtails or whatever, but this is a curly sew-in. My hair is out. The blend is blending. TikTok shop, babe. TikTok shop, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. This was so scary to do, but I just appreciate y'all so much, and your girl is coming back. And yeah, bye y'all.